They are water, they are soil, they are air. So eventually when the flood started to cause so much damage that the revenues the government got from logging was nothing, the government woke up. But people used to still laugh in the 70s and say, but air? How can forests give you air? Now they negotiate that in UN treaties like ecological functions of the forest. But they take it, of course, very far. And I know because so many indigenous leaders are here, this attempt of trying to have trade, financial trade, between those who pollute and emit carbon dioxide and the functions of the forest, as if life is tradable. Our life is not tradable. Our Mother Earth's life is not tradable. These are not commodities. They are the very basis of life. And in 1999, when we stopped the World Trade Organization in Seattle, that's when we all gave the slogan, our world is not for sale. Because all of the growth is measured by commodifying that which should not be commodified. Commodifying our commons, enclosing our commons, privatizing our water, our seas, our land, and even the air, with all the tricks they play in the climate discussions on emissions trading, which is nothing but polluters getting paid. Polluters put too much poison in the air, and then governments say, okay, the planet's atmosphere is yours. We divide it among the top 200 polluters, and now you can buy the rights from those who didn't pollute. And it's called the Clean Development Mechanism in the United Nations Charter. There's nothing clean about this. It is a trick to continue polluting. From the forest, not only did I learn the lessons of self-organization and complexity and diversity, I also learned the power of self-organization and diversity in our social communities. There has been no movement I've participated in more powerful than Chipko, with no money. No money at all. Every day the women would come with one fistful of grain. That grain would cook the food for the thousands of women camping in the forest. And they would take turns to take care of each other's children, to take care of each other's cows. And that self-organizing capacity is what Gandhi called Swaraj, self-rule, self-governance, the true practice of freedom, the true practice of democracy. And Tagore, our national poet who got a Nobel Peace Prize, a Nobel Literature Prize, had written that if India is democratic, it is because she has got her lessons from the forest and not from prisons of concrete. And because all our sages would go into the forest to meditate. All our books, ancient books, the Vedas and the Upanishads, have been written in the forest. And they've been written without an author. You don't know who wrote them. There's no intellectual property. It is a gift of wisdom, so that we may live in the right way. Tagore said, from the forest we learn lessons of diversity, and from diversity we learn the lessons of democracy. Because democracy, as the right of the smallest being to be part of this beautiful planet, to have their rights, that is democracy. We've been made to believe, increasingly, that democracy is about a vote. And in the United States, this dependence on the vote as your freedom is being hijacked because they actually have a decision called Citizens United, in which the Supreme Court ruled that corporations pouring money to buy elections, to buy politicians, is the freedom of speech of a corporation. They gave personhood to legal constructions. A corporation corporation is just a piece of paper that allows a group of people to associate. And the first corporation that was created was in 1600, East India Company. Yes, I needed that. That's why. See, this is being human, knowing I have a little thirst and not waiting till I can say, here's